Hi guys, I'm Tsuyoshi. Today, I'm going to show you weight guard from De La Riva, which is a really efficient technique, especially in no-gi, as you can go underneath opponent's legs. There's been low weight attack, then less risky attack. In this video, I'm going to show you way to set up, and then several options from them. Hope it works for you guys. Let's get started. Alright, I'm starting this position, like playing De La Riva. I'm about to make hook like this and grab his heel, like this position. Then, it's a less option from De La Riva if it's compared to the gi. In no-gi, as I cannot grab his collar or sleeve clips, it's hard to control the posture. So that's why instead of relying on position, I rather like to go underneath his legs. So that's what I'm going to show you today. Then I don't even be able to expect on De La Riva hook like this, especially the time he makes this type of combat base. So that's why from this position, I want to make the underhook De La Riva. Okay? So what I'm going to do is this. I slightly push his knee to shift his body weight on his left leg. And then there's been a gap between my left leg and his right shin. So I slide my hand in as if I'm making an underhook against his right leg, like this, okay? And ideally, I want to use my elbow joint to trap his leg, okay? So here, I move myself and then I get a hook in. Okay? Then once I set up from this position, I change the angle, but I need an access from here. So I hide my hook that comes on his left inner thigh, like this. Then once I set up, I'm going to lift up his right leg. That's the most important part in this technique. Okay, so from this position, as if I scoop my hips underneath his hips, then I lift up his leg like this, look. By the time I do the movement, I lift up his leg like this, and then, look, I made a really tight underhook on his right heel like this, okay? Then from now on, I get underneath him. So there's no gap between me and him, so I'm gonna shoot in. But first, I wanna get my leg in here, look, like this. Like making a hook behind his right butt. Then I'm gonna hold his left leg with my right arm, like this, okay? So here. Then as you can see, I use my arms like around my elbow joints to hold his leg like this, okay? This is the position I want to make. I wanna use my legs to control his right leg, right? With my left leg, I open his knee, look. I use behind my left knee joint to open his knee like this. Then with the outside of my leg, I control his hamstring like this. So as I do so, I control his thighs. Then he's not allowed to close his knee, or he cannot even take a step back as I make a hook like this. And also, as I use my arms against his leg like this, he cannot even pull his legs, right? So this is how I set up weight guard. At the beginning of the time, there may be pressure on me like this. So in this case, I only even use my shin against his belly like this, as like doing a knee shield. Then I start making an underhook on his right leg. At the beginning of the time, I cannot find a space to get underhook at all. So from this position, I change the angle, okay? I move myself to the side as if I'm pulling his heel like this, okay? Then I slightly push his knee like this. If he opens his knee like this, it's gonna be really hard for me to get underhook. Even though I get an underhook, I cannot make it tight. So I like to close his knee like this, right? But I'm not need to push him away like this. Somehow, I want to secure space between my leg and his leg, okay? After I make this, I move my body more. Then I start making underhook, okay? At the beginning of the time, I make underhook, which is not deep enough, but it's okay. From now, I'm going to adjust in several actions, okay? I move myself, look, like this, okay? Then once I place my elbow joint behind his heel, I want to cup my own shin like this, right? Then I start making a tight underhook against the right leg to control. Then next, I make a hook on his inner thigh. That's gonna be another axis for me to go underneath him, like this, okay? Especially in this time, I don't like to expose my hook like this. He may be able to drag my leg, so which is one of the worst case scenarios. Look, my legs are completely get trapped, right? Then I will get leg drag. Or there's like a small percentage of risk, he may be able to do like a steamer lock. Can you do that? The kind of leg lock. Or simply he may hold my ankle, like straight hook lock. So I want to avoid it. So from this position, I want to hide my hook like this. Then I'm going to adjust a little more, okay? So I'm looking at this side at the moment. So in order for me to set up the weight guard, I gotta look at the opposite side, okay? So I pull my body with a hook, look, and then I lift up. By the time I go underneath, I get my left leg up. That comes around his knee joint. Look, even this time I start opening his leg like this. What he wants to is closing it like this. Then I'm in trouble. He came into sprawl to cut my underhook. In order for me to avoid, I do two things. Look, I pull his heel like in an arm curl, and then I slightly kick his knee away with my knee joint like this. Like I said, I changed the angle, but I need to go underneath his hips. That's the most important part in this technique, okay? So I'm gonna make another axis. I switch my leg and arm on my right side. Look, it comes here, like this, right? Like a second space between me and him. Okay, after I go like this, I get another underhook, okay? Like this, right? It's still shallow. From now, I adjust one more time. I kick his butt up with my right shin, and then I raise my arms up, like doing a double uppercut with both of my arms, like this. So once I set up, I make this type of position, look. So I use my legs in different ways each other, right? With my left leg, I open his knee, right? With my right shin, I lift up this inner thigh, like to push and pull, two directions to pinch his thigh. Then with both of my arms, I control his legs like this. Look, it's not necessary to use my hands to do something. It's more like using my upper arms to make a really tight position like this. Then once I set up, I'm ready for the attack. All right, from this position, I want to look for the best case scenario, which is the back take from this position, okay? When the time I set up the position, I've already applied pressure to send him forward. Okay, I want to use the momentum to look for the best case scenario, okay? I send him forward. In order for me to do, I need to do two things. I send him more over my head. Then I lift him up to secure the space under his legs, okay? So the first one is not difficult. Like I said, when the time I set up the position, I got a momentum to kick him over like this. Look, as he likes that, like he puts his hand on the mat, right? I've carried the first thing. The second thing, I need to secure more space to take the back. Look, at the moment, there's a really tiny space. I cannot slide it out. So from this position, I use my legs to lift up. Like kick his knee up in air, and then I lift up his thigh. That's how I secure the space, okay? Like this. Then during the time I do movement, I even use my arms to raise both of his legs up, like an uppercut with both of my arms. Look. Once I set up, like being in an upside down position. From this, I'm gonna pull my head out. When the time I do the movement, I come to the side. Look. Okay, after slide out, I switch my right arm. That comes on his hips like this. As you can see, I'm controlling diagonal of his body. With my left arm, I control his right leg. With my right arm, right hand, I cup his hips like this. Then I don't allow him to rotate side to side, okay? Then from this position, I adjust the position step by step to take the back. Okay, the first one, I make the hook behind his right knee. From this position, I make a hook like this. Next, I scoop my hips right behind him, okay? So I slightly pull his hips and then I let go of the underhook. As if I do a reverse hip escape, I can scoop my hips like this, okay? After I go like this, I come up. As soon as I come up, I make bear hug, right? From this position, like 1, 2. So from now, I need to do a few more adjustments. It's gonna be really difficult to complete the technique. He is still active. So in order for me to take the back, I need to completely make him inactive. So I hug his hips so tight like this, and then I shoot his leg like this, okay? Then he comes in from my hips. Then during the time I do the movement, look, I use both of my hooks to control his thighs, okay? From now, I control his upper body. I cup his shoulder like this. Then after I go like this, I pull my right arm to make the seat belt. After I make the seat belt, I fold the side to make 2 hooks in. Then I take it back. There's no space that much for me to take the back from now, okay? I send him forward and lift him up, like I said before. Look, like this. During the time I do movement, I even lift up his left leg, okay? Like this. This is how I secure space. Once I make this type of position, I've already had access as I cup his hips in my right hand. I just want to do like a sideways like this, okay? Then, when the time I do the movement, look, I already made a space between me and him, especially behind his knee joint. That's a space I slide my right hook in, like this, okay? As soon as I slide it in, I adjust the angle as if I'm doing a reverse hip escape, like this. Then I want to use that momentum to come up. Once I stop here, I can no longer come up. So that's why, as soon as I scoop my hips, I come up like this. Look. As I use the momentum, I could come up very easily, okay? As soon as I come up, I control his hips, like making a bear hug, like this, okay? So from this position, in order for me to take his back, I need to climb up his back, okay? At the moment, I already dominate his lower body, but still his upper body is away. So from now, I shoot my right leg, like this. Okay, right after shooting like this, look. From this position, I cup his shoulder like this. As you can see, I still control his hips like this. And then, as I got his shoulders like this, he cannot even rotate side to side as well. Okay, then from this position, I make the perfect seat belt to control his shoulders like this. Then from now, I'm gonna fall on the side with making 2 hooks, right? I prefer to sit on right side, like this. As soon as I sit, I make the hook, and then I take the back. Okay, next one is the secondary options. So they're very common, like waiter sweep. Okay, like I said before, I always want to look for the best case scenario, which is the back take from this position, like standing over my head like this, then I slide out. Of course, he knows what I want to do. That's why he doesn't allow me to do this easily. When the time I set up like this, I try to send him over my head. As he knows what I want to do, he tries to shift his body weight back. It's gonna be a little difficult for me to send over my head. So in this case, I want to shift to the sweep. So from now, as if I open my knees like this, look. Okay. I start shifting his body weight on his right leg. Okay. Then, next thing what I'm going to do is lift up his left knee. At the moment he puts his left knee, that's why he can keep his weight on his left side. Okay. By the time I come like this, look, I start lifting up. Once I lift it up, most of his weight on his right side. That's the one I wanted to make. Okay, so from this position, it's pretty simple. I pull his legs with my arms and then I push him forward. He falls down automatically. So after bringing it down, this is the same as a regular X guard, a single X after the sweep. Okay, I scoop my hips back to hide my hip, then I take top position. And you can combine 2 techniques. Okay? Back take and sweep is the complete opposite direction each other. Technically, he cannot avoid both of them. If he stays in the middle to avoid both of them, that means he's in neutral position. I have 2 directions of attack, kick him over my head or push. Then I can try several times on both of the ways, right? I may have an attempt to sweep first. As he doesn't get swept, he comes forward. Look, he's coming forward. Now I use this momentum to go like this. Or I may start with the best case scenario, the back take like this. As he doesn't like taking the back, he drags his weight back. So in this situation, I open his knee like this, look. Then I attempt to sweep. Then like I said before, in order for me to do this sweep, I need to put his weight on his right side, okay? As long as I keep his weight on his left side, I cannot do the sweep. But on the other hand, in this situation, he gives me another space to slide out like this. So it's very important to combine 2 techniques. Those are complete opposite directions of each other, okay? If I just want to stick to the sweep, I put his weight on his right leg like this. This is the reaction, like this. Then after I go like this, I slightly pull his heel. Then I want you to be careful with this sweep. When the time you attempt to sweep, please not apply pressure on your partner as directly like this. This is like twisting the knee. So it's more like an opening. You don't need to apply pressure on his knee directly, like send him to the side. Then you can make the situation to push forward like this. Okay, after you go like that, make sure you keep the double under control on his legs. Scoop his back, then you take top position.
Hey guys, my name is Daniel. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please push the like button and leave us a comment down below. If you want to learn more techniques, simply hit the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified when we upload a new video. This way we can bring you new and improved content. Thank you and see you next time.